Good evening, teacher. My name is Ngọc. I'm from Khánh Secondary School. Today, I will talk about the topic of family violence and schools bullying. First, we have both family violence and school bullying. Family violence and school bullying both contained and relate to each other. If you have violence at home, then it can connect to the bullying at school. If you are in the environment of violence at home, you go to school and you can bully someone else, or someone else can know about it and they can bully you for it. People often see family violence and schools bullying as problems, but they never solve these problems both connected to each other. They just solved each one, and they see things as problems of families and problems at school. They never see the bullying and violence as something you can solve by knowing the whole story. Family violence can affect performance at school. If you are having family violence at home, then in school the performance you do at school will interfere with it. If you having any problems at home, you go to school and the only thing you see is problem at home. The lessons in front of you, you cannot see it. You just see the violence at school, that someone hit you, someone do violence thing to you. Violence at school or bullying at Violence at home or bullying at school both have different types. It can happen anywhere and every genes. It can happen at girls or boys. It can happen in America or in Vietnam. But the things is, if you connect and you share your problems with someone you trust, or teacher or your parent, they can find the solve they can find the solving problems in a little time. But if you keep it a secret, then you will be bullied and the violence at home will kept for a long time. Family violence in fam Violence at home connected to um, emotionally or physically or sexually. It can both contain three different types of violence, and people can still have each one. If you know a story about this father sexually abused his daughter, like he kept his daughter in a cage under his home, and he made it look like his daughter was being kidnapped, and he made his daughter pregnant for 7 times, and which could be his grandchildren instead of his children. He sexually abused his own daughter, his own blood, and he kept it a secret from his wife all the years, all for 14 years, and his wife know nothing. But instead of freaking out, the daughter just kept quiet and find a way to escape from his prison. Then she escaped from her own father, which was sexually abused her for 14 years. And emotionally abuse is they said bad things to you, they ruin your reputation, and they say things that hurt your feelings. When they physically abused you, like they hit you with something, or they hit you with their hands, or they physically touch you and make you hurt, then that's what physically abuse are called. And next is schools bullying. School bullying can connect to family violence at home. If you have problem at home, in school you can see violence as the problem solver, and you can hit anyone with your fist. You solve your problem with your fist, not your words. So you hit someone else that is innocent, because at home you are having this violence environment. And in school you can see violence as a problem solver. And you can bully someone else, or they bully you, because they know that you are having violence, family violence at home. So they just think that you get used to it, they hit you with no reason. Instead of freaking out, you should talk to your teacher, and you should talk to someone you trust, like a police officer. They can help you solve this problem, and they can help you get away from violence, family violence, and schools bullying. Both of the things are illegal, and you should stay away from it. And if you're having problem with it, you should find someone that is you should find someone that can help you and you trust a lot. You can talk to them, and that their pro- you find them to, you find they to solve your problems instead of running away from the problems. It can it can affect your whole future if families uh, you have this family's balance at home. Instead of going out of the cycle of violence in your family generation, you continue to do it, then you are ruining your children, your grandchildren future, instead of helping them. If you have this balanced environment at home, you should find therapists, and you should find someone to talk to, so they can help you get out of this problem. Or when you married someone, you created your own family, you should find a therapist that will help out help you get out of this bad childhood you came from. And you should give your children a good childhood, so they will continue doing a great future, instead of continuing to do things that can affect the whole future of your grandchildren. Instead of continuing the cycle, doing drugs, or having family violence, or having bullying at school, you should help your children to get out of the cycle you came from. And you should find people you trust, talk to them, and they can help you solve the problems. That's all for my that's all for my topic. Thank you for listening. Bye.